And we're live. This is the cast of the Close Your Mouth podcast here. Minus one. Paul logging in a DMP for tonight. But he's here in spirit. So as you can see, he's here posted and chilling with us in spirit. But I'm here with my co-host.
What's up? I'm Zach.
And this is Kev from the cast. Kev Love X, you know what to call me. Posted up in Zach's mama's crib's basement, as we should, and where we always will be. But enough of that. The long-awaited Eternal Atake album review, and we're here. We're just gonna cut right into it, man. And what are your initial thoughts coming into this album?
I was pretty hyped for this album, to be honest with you. It's been 2 or 3 years since he mentioned it, but his label wouldn't even let him drop it. So I've been waiting mad long for this, and I was pretty excited, honestly.
Yeah. The album itself was originally slated to drop on the 13th, but he moved up the date and it's on the 6th, and I was excited, man. I was really looking forward to getting that Uzi project, man. There's gonna be a whole lot of hype surrounding this, amidst the controversial beef that he had between his label, with DJ Drama and them, but your boy, Rock Nation, being that, Uzi's under Rock Nation management right now. They came in, they chewed up the case, bro. They, got all their paperwork intact, and Uzi can drop again. So, a credit to Rock Nation and, the good lawyers that, Jay got up in there. And they hooked it up, man. They really gave us an opportunity to get some new music. And just going into this, man, what are your favorite tracks?
I'm gonna do my top 3, in order. Number 1, I'm gonna have to go with Low Man, cause when he was uppity, that shit was mad catchy to me.
I think he had some good flows on there. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah, I mean the lyrics on the whole album were pretty trash, but the beats and I guess the vibes kind of what carried the album.
Yeah, but what are some of your other favorite tracks off of that?
Number 2, I'm definitely gonna go with Chrome Heart Tags, cause the beats fire and Chief Keef produced it, and that's my favorite artist of all time, so I'm gonna go with that track. Number 2. Number 3, I'm probably gonna have to go with Prices.
Prices, man.
Prices is nice. The beats fire, the vocals in the background are pretty dope too. And I didn't say he snapped, but it's he flowed well on the track. So
yeah. So if I'm going into my favorite tracks off the album, I'm gonna say Chrome Heart Tags has definitely made it, man. I just thought that the beat itself was very atmospheric. It was lush, and then just towards the end of the beat itself, where they had the the sample that was looped, it was magnificent, I must say. And I don't really credit Sosa too often, but I'm gonna give him a gold star for this one. He really did his thing on that beat. And Uzi did his thing. I mean, it was mixed a little bit weird. The vocals that Uzi had sounded a little bit off on it, but overall, man, I can't sweat it. That was just a really good track. Just Sosa did his thing producing on that, man, and you gotta tip your hat to him, man. Shout out, Almighty So. But just also Bust Me,
it's pretty fire.
Just exemplifies what it means to just literally have an infectious beat. Just overall, man, the beat itself was just very, very, like I said, it was infectious, bro. The refrain that was on the that was sampled and that was looped was really really something to marvel at, man. They really did their thing with the beat on that. And Prices, man, come on, man. Yo, shout out to Trav, literally just clearing the sample for Uzi, just giving him the opportunity to use that sample loop from way back, where he goes ooh, ooh, and that's one of my favorite tracks off of that Birds in the Trap Sing Brian McKnight album. So to hear Uzi floss all over that, bro, and did his thing on the track, man, I was really I was really happy to hear that, man. It was definitely a I would say the height of the album in my opinion. Just Chrome Tags, Bust Me, and Prices, man, really using good vocals and just good vocals off of the samples, man, and they were just looping those really well. I think the way that they were arranged, was a whole lot of, synchronicity in that. So,
It's a fact.
So shout out to whoever, assembled the album. I thought that was a very good alignment that they had for that. But are there any tracks that you disliked off of that?
The P2.
Yeah, P2, honestly, it felt like that shit was very unnecessary. Like, we already got the, we already got the original song. We all know that shit's, super plat, at this point. Like,
yeah, he didn't even have to do that, bro.
He really didn't have to do it. And he kind of, sort of made a whole different, EXO tour life. And it really wasn't needed. That definitely made my list. If I had to say some songs that I didn't like either,
Pop. Wait, I forgot. Pop was whack.
Yeah, Pop was whack.
Yeah, bitch wanna pop.
Yeah, bitch wanna pop. Yeah, I mean, it was just really annoying, and I just hated when he was just like Balenci. I was like, come on, bro. Like sometimes when Uzi gets into his bag and he does the vocal, the cadences when he does like the same refrain over and over. Sometimes it's like I said, it could be infectious, but. Just wasn't hitting on that. Is there any other tracks you aren't fucking with off of this?
Probably. I'm trying to see what the name was again. I don't even know how to say it. Futal Shuttle?
You mean the Futsal Shuffle? I mean, yeah. That was, an original. I mean, he dropped that as a single. I mean, we've all heard it before. I kind of never got the craze behind the song. I didn't really like the song either. Definitely.
I didn't really get it.
But just in general, it's a big single. If you put it at the end of the album, you're gonna get more streams off of that. So
it's a fact.
So I see the whole point behind it. I'm gonna be honest with you. I thought You Better Move was kind of fucking annoying.
That shit was horrible.
Yeah, that shit was really annoying.
That shit was so long for no reason.
Yeah, it was just like my voice accent, man. That shit was it kind of dragged on. And if I'm at to say, one of my, other least favorites, I would have to say is I'm Sorry, bro. I'm Sorry was just one of those cheesy ass, like, pop, trap, like, kind of weird, like, just not a good song.
Like trap melody?
Yeah, but I feel like, didn't you say that you kind of, vibed with it?
Yeah, it's bag music.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I wasn't feeling it. And, just also, man, so just gonna go straight into it and just get my thoughts on the project, and then Zach will conclude with his thoughts, and then we'll both give our letter grades. Overall, man, I'm gonna be honest with you. The first couple of songs, Baby Pluto, Low Main, Silly Watch, Pop, You Better Move, Homecoming, I'm Sorry. I felt like those were really just like mad to like bad tracks to start off with, and obviously when an artist, like I said, on the past A Boogie review, if you haven't listened to that, go get that. But still, when artists usually have a tendency to put multiple songs in an album, and the album itself stretches like to an hour. It's usually for the purposes to get more streams, and you get a whole lot more streams, and a lot more streams means a lot more revenue. That's why usually there's always the singles that are dropped towards the end, like he did here with the with That Way and Futsal Shuffle. But overall, man, I'm gonna be honest, those songs were not good to me, and I felt like from Celebration Station all the way down to Prices, I felt like that was definitely the height of the album. That's when the beats started to come out a whole lot more crazier. And obviously, vocally, Uzi's here, Uzi's not there sometimes, but I felt like he was a bit more consistent on that little stretch. Urgency kind of snapped it for him. I like the Sid feature on that, but like I said before, man, whenever it comes to the auto-croon guys, when they try to harmonize with people who can actually sing, like Sid, who I think did her thing on this feature, it just always comes out bad. But in general, man, there was some high moments, there were some low moments here, and there was a couple of tracks that were just meh. But overall, it was good. I can't sit there and be like it was bad, but like it was a decent it was a decent album, man. What about your thoughts?
Better than A Boogie's?
Oh, by far.
So, thoughts on the project. So pretty much, I thought it was a pretty solid album, to be honest. Like, there was a few throwaway songs.
Yeah, you got some throwbacks 2016 Uzis in here, and you got some newer shit.
Yeah, you got some shit that would have been hot in 2016, and you threw some shit that's hot right now. So I mean, I don't know, because people are giving a lot of like mixed emotions about this album. Honestly,
Yeah, there's a lot of mixed reviews, I'd say.
yeah. So I mean, I'm gonna agree with you. After that celebration song, mostly everything under that's pretty fire.
Yeah.
Over that, I only like Lil Main. Everything else is just a throwaway. It's a horrible like. The Baby Pluto was a horrible intro song. He could have picked a way better intro song, honestly.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with you on that. Baby Pluto.
I mean, it has an intro vibe, but I feel like he could have did better, bro. Like this guy, 3 years, bro, and he could have put out a way better intro.
Yeah, like I said, when I gave my thoughts on it, man, I feel like a lot of the beginning shit was just kind of like, it was like lukewarm type shit. And then the real heat kind of starts up at Celebration Station.
I'm not gonna lie, like when I listened to this album like 8 times.
Yeah.
The first time I listened to Baby Pluto, I was messing with it. Just because it was like, oh, yo, Uzi's back, like I'm lit.
Yeah,
but then like after like the second time, I'm like, wait, Baby Pluto was kind of trash.
Yeah, I felt the same way too, because I remember I was actually texting the group chat and I was like, yo, man, I feel like Uzi's really doing his shit, man. And like, you kind of get caught up in the hype. And I was just like, yo, I'm like, this shit, he's snapping, bro. And then I listened to it again and I was just like, I don't know about this shit, man. This shit
is an iffy intro.
Yeah, it's an iffy intro. Not even intro. I just felt like the other songs too were kind of like, yeah.
And
except for Lil Main. Lil Main was cool.
When I first listened to Silly Watch, I thought the beat was fire on it. I was like, oh, okay, so this like, you're going to hit your bop to this.
Yeah.
But then, like, after, like, 20 seconds, no, I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. Like, 35 seconds in, when you listen to the lyrics that he's saying, bro, he literally sounds like he's on some Future shit, just freestyling everything.
Yeah.
And that shit was like, it just sounded like fucking a kindergartner rapping, to be honest.
I was like actually like doing a bit of research on the project, and he said that for the first couple of songs he drew a lot of inspiration from Future to do it, which is crazy that you would say that. I'm so serious. Dead ass, yeah. Like you said, man, I feel like in the beginning you get a lot of, Future-esque, like, Lil Wayne kind of bars from him, like the cheesy, wonky, sort of cringy at the same time type bars, but overall, got the 808 drums on shit, and, you got the cheesy, cringy bars that could be, funny here, but, not funny there, too. But just overall, I felt like, conceptually, he didn't really, do too much with it, like with the whole space theme. I feel like he could have fleshed it out more than, just having the kind of whack skits. There's not a whole lot of introspection on this album at all. You don't really get to know anything really much about Lil Uzi. I mean, it's mostly, like I said,
it's honestly, it's just like a turn-up album. It's like what you expected.
Yeah.
It's literally like, did you expect anything more or less?
Yeah. Yeah, now you say it, yeah. And obviously when you're listening to an artist like Uzi, you're not gonna get that introspection.
You're not expecting like deep simping lyrics. You're not expecting like bars. You're not really expecting like a goofy kind of vibe. Like he's kind of like, I feel like he's in his own lane when it comes to an artist. I feel like not a lot of artists really have like his kind of like vibe. I don't know if I really said it right. He's like I know, like you can tell,
like with the zany stuff. I would say something, and I was kind of saving that for the end, but I'll say it now. Just vocally, like I said, he has a lot of times where he's on and a lot of time where he's like off when it comes to the vocals and the lyrics in general. But I kind of feel like JPEG Mafia is kind of an evolved version of Uzi. I feel like that may rattle some people. I feel like when it comes to the beats, they're crazy, they're zany. JPEG has the bars. And
honestly,
and he's zany too.
But like the thing about Lil Uzi Vert is like he kind of like started like, I wouldn't say he's like a weird rapper. Like, I mean, he gives off weird vibes though, but like it's still lit at the same time.
Yeah.
Like there are artists that actually just pretty much just copied him. Like,
yeah, a lot of flows.
Like R.I.P. But like I feel like Juice WRLD kind of was influenced by him.
Oh, of course.
And I'm gonna say this,
a little bit of X2, man. If you go back into
especially Ski Mask, the Soul God.
But he kind of, I'd say that Uzi's definitely one of the people that like pioneered that lane.
Oh, and remember that shit where Like, everyone thought Trippie Redd was kind of just copying him, but then Trippie was like, nah, like, he copied me.
Yeah.
Shit.
So I would definitely say that he's definitely one of the people that pioneered that lane. But just overall, man, if I
It's like goth trap, low key in a
yeah,
way.
it's like the emo like trap pop aesthetic just all smashed into one thing. And
It's literally low key. It's pop, disco, and trap.
I'm not gonna say disco.
I'm gonna say disco just because there's some albums that have like a disco vibe but with heavy bass on it.
Nah, I wouldn't say disco. I feel like
The
it's more so like
the shuffle song.
Yeah, I feel like it's more so like an atmospheric, because he's trying to encapsulate with the album itself. He's trying to encapsulate like space.
Not disco, but I'm gonna say trap, pop, and EDM.
Come
on.
I guess it's to me it's like pop trap. To be honest with you, it's more.
I think there's some EDM in there, honestly.
It's pop trap, but I feel like it's as good as time as any for us to give that letter grade, man. So what's your letter grade for the project?
So this is based on the fact that it's 3 years. He had mad time to work on this.
Yeah.
I think he could have worked more on this. I'm gonna say B minus.
B minus. Okay. My grade for it is a C plus, going to a B minus. I just feel like in terms of the project, the vocals were kind of
like
off.
literally, like the album would be horrible if the beats weren't as nice as they are.
Exactly, and I feel like the beats are definitely the backbone of this project. There's a whole lot of hype coming into it, which I had to factor into the grade, and also he's been on hiatus for a minute now.
That's a fact.
I'm just looking over my notes. I have 7 songs that I liked, 7 songs that I disliked, so it's half and half, and I have 3 songs that I thought were meh out of an 18-track project. So like I said, man, if I gave the same, if I gave a C to A Boogie for having some throwaways, I gotta keep that same energy. But I feel like to give credit to Uzi, I feel like some of his throwaways are actually like for certain artists a good song. So
I mean, some throwaways by him to like, I guess people that are more into mainstream music are gonna like really mess with it.
Yeah.
To be honest. Like,
yeah, and like you said, like we're reviewing it. You listen to it 8 times. I listened to this about like maybe 7 or 6 or 7 times.
Well, I mean, do you count the time like when I scooped you and we bumped it in the whip?
Yeah, so that would be like 8. So like we've had a lot of time to sit there and listen and peel the makeup, off the project. And I know a lot of people when they do listen to music, they probably give it like a 1 listen to the album, or they just skim through songs that they like. So obviously, through just analyzing the project itself, we're gonna be a lot more critical about it.
I feel like lately, like with all these new tracks and everything from artists, like it's really hit or miss. Actually, not even hit or miss. I feel like when we listen to the album to a track the first time, you don't really fuck with it. But like after like 2 or 3 times, it hits the radio and you're like, all right, whatever. I guess it's kind of catchy. But like that's kind of. It kind of gets forced onto us.
Yeah, I'd agree with you, especially when it comes to, the whole playlist kind of thing. There's a whole lot of playlists that are out, whether it be Spotify, with radio, they kind of, these singles that they put out there, for those that don't know how it works, there's marketing teams that are behind these singles that put money behind it.
Remember when 21 Savage dropped that trap,
Rockstar, right?
Tape. No, not even Rockstar. But that is one of them.
Rockstar is a good example.
What's that thing? Metro Boomin produced it. Like Heartbeat.
I'm trying to remember. I think it's No Heart.
Yeah, No Heart. Remember that song? When I first heard it, like literally the first 3 times, I thought it was like just really boring.
Yeah, and
like he wasn't saying anything serious. The beat wasn't even that valid.
Yeah, but then.
And then you went to a party. And then you saw like some girl like reciting the lyrics again, like hyped to it. And you're like, oh, I guess it's a banger.
I'm pretty sure that party, me, you, and Paul were actually there. So yeah.
Like, oh, is that serious?
So if we're averaging out the grade for the project itself, since I said it's a C plus going to a B minus, and Zach has it on for a B minus, we can give the project a B minus in total. I wouldn't even be mad at giving it a B minus myself. I just feel like. It's a fringe B minus for me, but as a group we give it a B minus grade, Paul Bell included. And I think it's as good as time as any to get into some current events. And I know when it comes to the current events, we usually stick to, mostly the music side, but we're definitely going to try and get more sports in there. And a hot topic right now in sports is the NBA itself being postponed, man. That shit hit.
No, that's literally like, that's one of the only things I look forward to.
Yeah, man.
That and anime, that's it.
That ass, just like, it's crazy now because, for those of you that don't know, I'm like working from home now ever since the whole coronavirus.
Yeah, I feel like mad people are doing that. They're doing school from home too now.
Yeah, and like this is some of the best time to actually watch some hoop, man. And it's like, NBA really ran off with a bag, so did League Pass. They ran off with a bag, and it's crazy, man. I feel like the NBA community is hurting right now.
Bro, I better get a fucking refund on my League Pass. I paid $200 for that.
But that's the thing, though. Adam Silver, the NBA's commissioner, for those of you that don't know, said that he's going to be reevaluating the situation within, 30 days. And so there's potential that the league may start up again in, a month or so. Got to keep those fingers crossed.
All right, so they're going to extend the season?
Yeah, obviously. So, when it's postponed, it's just going to re-pick up.
Oh, that's like 90 days. Like, how many games are in a month, pretty much? Like, around, like, 90 to, like, 120, right?
In a month?
In a month.
They would literally just restart it, dude. Like, they would literally just pick up right where it left off. With Vince Carter shooting a 3. Yeah, man, and it's crazy, man. Prior, a lot of people didn't know that knowledge, prior that there's a possibility that the league would just, re-pick up again in about a month or so. A lot of people thought it was going to be Vince's last game, and I was actually watching that Knicks game, big shocker. And Vince came in and he hit his last 3.
Supposedly his last 3. Nah, he's coming back, bro.
Yeah, hopefully so, man. Obviously, in regards to people out there that, that are suffering from coronavirus and that are, just passing, it's very an unfortunate occurrence. And we really do hope that, that some sort of a vaccine or some sort of an ailment's kind of made. But,
I saw some news saying, like, China, apparently by April, they're going to come out with a full-on vaccine for it.
Yeah, and aren't they, I heard something about, like, labs out, like, I'm not sure if it's in the U.S. or if it's in China, like...
Oh, I heard, you heard that you...
Yeah, you get $5K, man.
No, I saw you get $7K to get infected and they test you.
Yeah, so,
I wouldn't do that, but, like, I know people that need to do that are going to do that.
You try to release that mixtape, man, you might have to, you might have to get injected with some coronavirus, man.
Yeah, bro, that 7K sounds good for some stew time, bro.
So I'm telling you, bro. And plus you get extra clout, bro. You be, 50 cents survive 9 gunshots. If you could survive coronavirus, bro, you a thug too. But yeah, just going back to the NBA front, man. Shit was crazy, man. Your boy Rudy Gobert, man. He got it be the homies that be, protecting the paint, bro, that be infecting you out here.
Yeah, just touching on mad mics during interviews too.
Yeah, it was just crazy, bro, because he made a big joke about it, and like, I'm not gonna sit there and put Rudy Gobert at fault here, because at work and amongst friends, like, there's always gonna be just some coronavirus humor. Just how the world is now. There's always, everything is meme worthy at this point in time. But yeah, it's kind of unfortunate, man, and it's funny because I'm not sure if this happened, within that time frame, and this is what infected Donovan Mitchell, but Rudy Gobert's big ass hands, probably the reason why he's sick, bro. When you got fucking big ass hands like that, there's a whole lot of room for fucking germs to be, especially because he's like fucking, the guy's fucking huge too. On top of that, he had his hand all over Donovan Mitchell's face during a one of those interviews, after game interviews, and it's just crazy, man. Even your boy D Mitch, man, Spider Mitchell, bro, he's infected, man.
That's crazy.
And not with the symbiote, bro. He's just man, but on some real shit, man. Prayers out to them. Hopefully that they do get better.
No, they're athletes, bro. They're extremely healthy. Like,
yeah.
They're about to get over that shit quick. Cause there's a lady, 102 years old, in China that actually recovered from coronavirus.
Dead ass.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
No, you didn't see that? I literally sent you the link.
Yeah, you know me. I be like
mad people literally survive it. They say only 2% of the people that get it die from it.
From looking through articles and stuff like that, I seen like an exorbitant amount of people actually died from it in Italy. And
Oh no, Italy's different. Mad people are dropping in Italy.
yeah. So prayers to anybody who has family out in Italy. I know shit's crazy right now.
You know the thing about Italy is, like, not a lot of people know this, but in foreign countries, they don't have the same water that we get in the U.S. Like, we probably have the cleanest water.
Yeah, exactly.
Especially New York, because we get our shit right from Canada.
Big facts, bro. Shout out to
And when I actually went to Italy, bro, and when I drank the water there, it deadass tasted salty. Like, it tasted weird.
Yeah. And this is obviously a disease that attacks those with a weaker immune system, which will be infants and children as well as the elderly, and countries that do have a higher demographic of elderly folks, unfortunately they're going to be more at risk to suffer from the virus itself. So shit is crazy, man.
I heard like a crazy story too about like coronavirus was actually made from like the Chinese government, because 5G is, right?
Nah, that sounds like some shit I would need from my phone. Honestly.
Like 5G, you know what 4G LTE is, right?
Yeah, obviously. Yeah.
So 5G is past that. That's what we have now. Well, some devices support 5G now, but they put up 5G towers in China where 5G was first tested out, first towers, and apparently, like the I don't know really how to explain it because I didn't read the whole thing like over. They said the towers are actually like fucking with the cells in your body.
Yikes, man.
Yeah, and that's how people that's why they call it coronavirus. But apparently, it's a Chinese scheme to kill more people to reduce the population, and they have to cure it, but they're not going to release it until more people die to reduce population.
Damn.
Low key, I believe that though.
I mean, yeah, there is a there is a large population that's in China.
But like,
it's just crazy, man.
Shit, people in
I mean,
the US,
damn,
bro.
I'm good with the 4G, man. If a 5G,
No, 5G. I seen mad speed tests. I'm a big tech head. 5G is literally caps at 600, 800 Mbps. That's like a little bit short of a gigabit of Wi-Fi connection. I'm trying to break it down for you. That's almost as fast as normal Wi-Fi.
Damn, I mean,
Imagine having literally like your Wi-Fi like just in your pocket walking around.
I mean, that shit would be lit, man. But I'm not trying to have people die for that, man.
No, because like what's actually a real story though? This is on the news like years ago. Like your phone is actually very cancerous. When when you walk around with it in your pocket, it actually reduces your sperm count.
That does?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a jewel that Zach dropped on y'all. If y'all haven't heard it, man.
You probably heard it. It was on the news.
FaceTime your meat, bro, if you're trying to stay safe.
Stop sexting.
Yo, I would say keep sexting, man. That shit's helping.
Reducing sperm count?
I mean, I'm just saying if you're trying to reduce that count.
All right. We're not getting into that.
We're not getting into that, but
maybe Paul will.
Yeah. But yeah, man, shit's crazy, man. When do you think this shit will ever come to an end, man? Who knows?
Honestly,
who knows, man?
Probably, I don't know. Honestly, I feel like maybe by next month this is just gonna blow over. There's gonna be a vaccine, or we're probably just gonna become immune to it. Because 4G, I remember when 4G first came out, people would actually get headaches and shit, but looking at their phones all day, people actually get headaches, like their eyes hurt, everything like that. People would get like the flu. Yeah, so like people are just gonna get immune to 5G connection in their pocket, all these towers. There's more and more towers built every single day in the US. China has OD 5G towers. But like the crazy thing is, I feel like Chinese people low-key have stronger immune systems than white people, because in the US, more white people have the coronavirus than Asians here. Have you ever thought about it that way?
I mean, the face mask strip is definitely...
The face masks don't even help, especially if you have facial hair, because then it lets air out. And it's honestly through contact. Like, like touching your hands. That's why everyone's getting mad hand sanitizer. That's why it's like $200 a bottle now.
Yeah, bro. StockX, man. They head cracking out there, man.
I know Saw guys making a bag right now off Supreme hand sanitizer. Supreme hand wipes.
Damn, man. Shout out to my son Polo, bro. The resale king, bro. You know.
I know that's a gem for him right now.
And some Clorox wipes, bro. He's probably moving units right now, man.
It's a fact.
But yeah. So we're gonna hop back into the current events for music related type things. And like I said, what is a episode of the Close Your Mouth podcast without current events? And headline this week in current events, we have DaBaby slapping the absolute dog shit out of a fan. A fan had her flash on her phone, and she proceeded to, jam the phone in DaBaby's face while he was walking by. He had security with him. Large crowd. DaBaby paused for a second, and then proceeded to slap this woman so hard that I'm pretty sure she heard her ancestors calling her, bro. This shit was crazy, man. He really hit her with some Street Fighter type shit, bro. Honestly.
But would you take that slap for the bag?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, bro, I would, if DaBaby, decided to do something as dumb as smack a fan, which, will always result in some sort of a case, whether it be with 6ix9ine, when he was in the mall and he had some kid by his, his collar. The kid, I'm pretty sure, extorted him for some money off of that. Or whether it be with, with Kevin Gates, bro, when Kevin Gates, hit his shorty with the Falcon kick to the fucking chest, bro, and he did some jail time for that shit. So, yeah, I would take the bag for it, man. Bro, I'd be like, I lost a bit of vision. I heard my ancestors calling me, bro. I'd say anything, bro, just to get the bag, bro. And,
of course.
He's just got to play smarter than that. Like, DaBaby, like, you're a lot bigger now. I would say that DaBaby has risen to mainstream heights at this point. And shit like this, you're going to lose money for it. You might catch, a nice fat case and a sentence, man, with this type of shit, man. This is an assault. Especially on a woman, too. There's no good way to spin it.
Yeah. Just because it's a woman, it's a bigger issue.
Of course. And, if it was a dude could just, even though I would probably, I'd file a case on him. Personally.
I would too for the bag.
Yeah, pay my student loans, bro. I mean, honestly. Let's go. But in other news, 6ix9ine is slated to be released in August 22nd. Snitch 9 is back. How you feeling about it?
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, like, I'd rather them just keep him there, honestly.
Damn.
I really don't care for him at all. I never liked him. I never liked his music. I don't even think he's funny.
Nah, you're bugging. I'm gonna be honest, man. 6ix9ine had him a pretty crazy stretch in hip hop, man. I feel like it's probably one of the most interesting stories in hip hop. Out of, I'd say, like, this current age that we're in hip hop is probably one of the most interesting stories in my opinion. Shit switches up fast, man, and your boy 6ix9ine is shit, man. He's snitch 9 now, bro. He's he's snitching all the homies and
No, Gil, the crazy thing about him, bro, is like people nowadays, like, he snitched on anything you can snitch on, and he's still gonna come out, and people are still gonna call him a legend.
Who, 6ix9ine?
Like, he's literally gonna drop music, and people are still gonna mess with him hard body.
I don't think he's a legend. Is
now, I'm not saying he is, bro. I'm saying there's
above.
a lot of people that love mainstream music. The only thing they listen to, and they're literally to mainstream artists. I mean, fans. He's literally a sensation, bro.
Yeah.
Even though he's a snitch, they're still not even gonna care about that and listen to his music hard body.
If I'm being honest with you, 6ix9ine is a superstar. 6ix9ine is box office. Everything that 6ix9ine does, it's gonna be in headlines, bro.
Yeah, like, I give him credit, bro. Like, he really did run New York for a certain amount of time.
Yeah, he really did, man.
And like the messed up thing is too, he might come out and still run New York.
I don't know if he's still gonna run New York. I feel like a whole lot of. I mean, he didn't really have street credibility to begin with. I think that he's gonna still have a core, based demographic of, like Sperry, like polo T-shirt rocking dudes, on college campuses that are still gonna bump 6ix9ine and be like, yo, 6ix9ine, bro, he's still fucking hard, bro, and like, I feel like there's still money to be made, but in terms of going on tour and doing all of that stuff, I don't know how he's gonna do it, man. And I'm honestly, I really don't know how he's going to survive in general.
I know tours literally, bro.
That's your revenue. As an artist.
But tour for him are dangerous, bro.
Yeah, you just can't do it. I mean, tours are already dangerous for him. You know, with all the.
He's definitely got a green light on him right now, 100%.
Oh, of course.
So if I were him, bro, I would just stop the music industry and like move to somewhere like no one's gonna find me.
Bro, and I mean, if there's one thing that, you know, Daniel Hernandez is really nice at is it comes to the video editing. If any of you guys known about, you know, 6ix9ine prior to him blowing up, man, he was doing really crazy video edits. If he did something like that, he's, you know, he just makes a fire ass meme account because I think 6ix9ine is fucking funny, bro. He's a funny ass troll. I mean, you probably might, you know, not like him because of the whole no block situation. You know, when he was posted up on O Block just talking hella shit, you know, to all the, you know, 300 guys, and, you know, when he let off a few shots, you know, he paid off a shooter. I think, was it, I'm trying to think the name of that dude.
I'm trying to name,
I forgot his name. Billy Otto. My boy Billy Otto let off a few shots or something. I think it was Billy Otto. No, I think it was Kuda. He paid Kuda. Yeah. He paid Kuda to let off a few shots at 6ix9ine bro, at a hotel. So I feel like you probably just don't fuck with him because of that. But
yeah, I'm a diehard Chief Keef fan. Obviously, I'm Team Sosa over 6ix9ine.
Yeah, but I'm gonna be honest with you. 6ix9ine is box office, and I feel like there's gonna be a lot more news to come from him when he does, you know, get released on August 2nd. And in more news, we have Trippie Redd. You know, obviously, if there's some 6ix9ine news, there's gonna be some Trippie Redd news right behind it. Mm-hmm. Trippie Redd hints at dropping a rock album. You know, should he keep that? Should he drop it? Or is that shit cheeks? I'm gonna just give my plain opinion. I just don't care, man. After exclamation point, Trippie Redd just let me the fuck down with that album. That shit was ugh.
After Love Letter to You 3. Yeah, 3. I just stopped caring for him.
Yeah,
he just everything he drops just low key just sounds the same. Not high key sounds the same.
I fucked with Love Letter to You 3 though. I thought that was a good album.
No, it was a good album.
Exclamation point. If for those of you that don't know, when we were in the process of getting the Close Your Mouth, you know, podcast back together again, there was potential for us reviewing that Exclamation Point album, and I still have the file for my review on it, and whew, that shit was really fucking bad, man. That was a really shitty album, man. And we were big on the Trippie Redd wave, you know, back when Thoughts came out, when he was dropping some of his older shit. And I just feel like I just really do not care for Trippie at all, man.
Bro, literally just mad recycling lyrics.
And
that's all he does.
It's gonna be a lot of auto crooning, but you know, I'm not gonna sit there and just shit on Trippie all the way, man. I did have, you know, some moments where I was just listening to Trippie and I was just like, yo, man, I see a future in this guy. But you know, if he does kill it with the rock album, then, you know, go for it. And in other news, we have Lil Uzi, you know, hinting at an Eternal Atake Deluxe edition coming out.
I'm looking forward. I'm looking forward to that, yeah. Honestly.
You know, I'm gonna listen to it. Because there are, you know, like we said earlier in the review, there were a couple of tracks off of that I was really messing with, you know, from the, you know, Celebration Station downward. I was really messing with the album. So if he has some fire tracks off Deluxe edition, then yeah. But if they're gonna be a bunch of like 2016 recycles, he'd keep that shit.
He'd keep that.
But in more Lil Uzi news, Lil Uzi's about to drop Lil Uzi vs. the World 2.
I have a feeling that's gonna be fire. More fire than this album, to be honest.
There's a possibility that it could be, or it could just be some 2016 shit.
I really hope not, honestly. If he's really gonna do that, he's really on some Chief Keef shit. Just releasing mad unreleased music from like 2014 that he never dropped. You know what I'm talking about, right?
I don't listen to Chief Keef to know. I just don't, guys.
No, like literally, him and Young Chop literally made like 1,000 songs, and he's releasing like little by little from 2013, 14, every like few months.
Hey man, if you get the revenue. And in more news, we have Lil Yachty, man, Lil Boat, with the Bopra video
that shit was horrible.
Yeah, yeah, he had DaBaby, he had Drake on it. To be honest with you, I really felt like the song itself was kind of ass. I mean, it was a hooky, you know, it was a catchy little hook, and you know, obviously, your boy Lil Yachty is always gonna have the jingles, you know.
Like once a year, he'll like put like out a really mainstream song to get that bag.
Yeah.
It's never like good, but it always has like a mainstream like bop to it, so it's gonna be good.
Yeah.
Technically.
Bopra worked, but I didn't really find the video to be that funny, and the Drake feature was kind of bleh, and the DaBaby feature was also kind of they kind of both
bland.
Yeah, they kind of just both phoned in some features off of it. The video, you know, there was a whole lot to it.
The thing about that is like the Bopra track, like to rap, to give a verse on that, bro. What's honestly like the subject, you know?
I guess it's about a shorty that's, you know, as bad as Oprah's bank account.
I know, but like, did their verse have anything to do with the actual title of the song? Because they were really on some YB and Amir shit, rapping about off-topic shit.
And I don't know, man. you think Lil Yachty's gonna get canceled soon?
No.
Yeah, he has a lot of mainstream success and he has a lot of sponsors, so the bread is always gonna be in his pocket.
Exactly.
But in more news, Kid Cudi previews a snippet, man. And are you excited to hear some new Kid Cudi music? I know I am, man. It's been a while. Kid Cudi definitely dropped some heat off of the Kids See Ghosts album, which I really, really, really fucked with. And I felt like he had definitely a step back into the game with that, man. Kid Cudi's kind of been faltering a little bit, but Kids See Ghosts definitely elevated him back into the level that I think that he should be on. How about you? Do you listen to Kid Cudi?
No, I don't even listen to him, to be honest with you.
You're bugging. Nah, but
I never got into him.
Did you listen to Kids See Ghosts though?
No.
I would recommend you listen to that, man. Be Reborn, bro. I'm telling you, it's a good it's a good album, man. And it's only 7 tracks, bro. So.
I mean, I'll probably like bump him while I'm playing 2K or something. Actually, no. I don't even think he's the type of person you bump during 2K.
I feel like I know that genuinely, even though you like, you know, Chicago, you don't really like Chicago artists like Common, like I would even say Odyssey, like a Lupe Fiasco.
I definitely don't like Kanye whatsoever.
Or Kanye, but I think Kanye's definitely giving you some throwback Kanye vibes. You know, I feel like Pusha T and your boy Raekwon were definitely giving us some bars for that because he was flowing his ass off. But in more news, you know, nice little segue from Kanye, we go back to Hove, bro, and Hove was posted up at the Griselda tour, watching Westside Gunn, Benny the Butcher, Conway the Machine.
It's gonna be lit, bro. When you're performing and you see Jay-Z.
The thing is that especially Westside Gunn, he has really close ties with Jay-Z, as Jay-Z is, you know, they're managed by Roc Nation now. Probably why, if you know, for those of you that don't see, obviously Roc Nation, they're literally, what's the name of that group that was underground in Naruto? I'm trying to think of.
Yagatsuki?
No, they're the Anbu Black Ops, bro, of the music industry, on some real shit, man. Before, man, I'm telling you.
Wait, so who's Donzo? Westside Gunn?
I would say Donzo is Jay, bro.
I mean, no, I can't even say. Benny the Butcher is definitely Donzo.
No. I'm just saying, not Griselda. I mean, like, the Roc Nation itself, bro. The entity that they are, and the lawyers and the team of people that they have.
So Jay-Z's Donzo.
And the marketing, bro. The marketing is just genius, bro. I'm pretty sure that Griselda had a billboard in Times Square just out of nowhere. And a lot of videos are dropping, and I think they were on... was it Jimmy Kimmel, or was it, you know, I think they were on
the Night Show?
Yeah, they were on the Night Show, bro. And I'm like, what the fuck are they doing on the Night Show?
I saw that on YouTube. Yeah. Actually, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't click on it, but I saw it.
Yeah, and that's Roc Nation, man. Roc Nation doing that fucking thing, bro. And obviously, like I said, they're managed by Roc Nation, so they got those Jay-Z ties. And man, people sleeping on Jay, man. Jay's tapped, bro. He knows about the whole, you know, Griselda movement.
He's a businessman, just like Diddy, bro.
He knows about it, you know. Westside Gunn, you know, about to drop that Gun Lib tape with Mad Lib. Definitely excited for that. Benny the Butcher, you know, he said on a verse, Tana Talk 4 might be coming out, and you know, Conway always got something up the stash. Yeah, I need to stop sleeping on Conway, by the way, man. Conway's talented, man.
He showed me that freestyle. He's nice.
Yeah, Conway is really, really that dude, man. And lastly, in the news, might have to get a little fake drum roll for this, man. Jay Electronica, you know, finally, you know, Griselda, Jay Electronica, Kid Cudi. We talking about some good rap on this show for once. Jay Electronica, finally releasing that debut album, bro. And on this debut album, it is said to be a collab tape with Jay himself, Hove, on March 18th. I've been waiting for Jay Electronica to drop for years now. And everybody that's, that knows that's in the know about Jay, he's been feeding us this line. His train isn't on schedule for a minute now. Giving us some Farrakhan jewels. Giving us a good little feature here and there. But he's finally dropping that album, man. And I'm got my fingers crossed, man, and I'm waiting, bro. I know he had some album listening parties, sponsored through Tidal, obviously, your boy Jay, man, the Ambu Blackouts at Rock Nation.
I love Tidal.
And they have did some listening parties in LA, New York, and New Orleans, obviously where he's from. Magnolia Projects for those of you that don't know, but yeah, man, Jay Electronica's about to drop, man. I don't know what to say, man. Got Uzi dropping, Eternal Atake got Jay Electronica dropping, a written testimony, man, and hopefully, your boy Frank Ocean drops too, man. It deadass might be the end of the world in that case, bro. With this,
we got mad good news. Despite the coronavirus, we got mad good news about music, and that new show Dave by Lil Dicky,
bro.
That shit is funny, bro.
No, I'm just gonna shoot that to the side, bro. We talking about real spitters, bro. Honestly,
I'm not even talking about that. I'm just saying, like, it's a good show. I just watched it. On my fault. I wanted to ask you if you watched it yet.
Nah.
I bet you're gonna watch that. We're gonna talk about that real soon.
But I'm gonna shoot Lil Dicky to the side for a second, man. We talking about Jay Electronica, bro.
Oh, you're hype.
I really am, man. I don't want to gush or anything, bro. But like Jay Electronica, man, Jesus, man, we've been waiting on this shit, man. This dude is the prophet himself, bro. Fuck, man. I don't want to keep gushing, bro, but I dead ass, bro. For those of you that don't know, bro, I listened to Eternal Sunshine a while ago when I was younger, bro. I ain't going front, man. I shed a few tears listening to that song, man. So Jay, man, we want that, man. Jay and Jay, combining, it's gonna be some magic. But like I said, man, I think it's as good as time as any for us to wrap up this episode of the Close Your Mouth podcast here. Don't want to gush anymore. Don't want to sound more of a fanboy. But yeah, man, just thank you to those of you that have been tapped. Hopefully, Paul will be back next week so he can record with us.
He's gonna be back. Thank you for watching. We really love your support that you give us. So, stay tuned.